Hi, friends, and welcome to another edition of Keeping Up with the Jackrabbits. I'm Tyler Merriam, and let's talk football on this edition, or at least a member of the football staff. Defensive co-coordinator Brian Bergstrom is with us. Bergie, what's going on, my friend?
Well, we're all in this interesting environment, but we're staying positive, and we're finding new ways to do things, and we're counting all our blessings amongst all the hurdles that we're facing. Just a lot to be thankful for with health and family, and a little bit more time with them.
Tell us about your family.
I'm married. Kate is my wife, and we have three kids, Creighton, Beckett, and Berkeley, and they're all in school, so all in online education right now in the Brookings School District. Creighton is in seventh grade, and Beckett is in third, and Berkeley is in kindergarten. So we definitely have a lot of laptops and iPads rolling throughout the day with different schedules and Zoom meetings, and then throw on my work and my wife's work on top of that. My wife Kate is the director at the Grace Point Preschool. It's in a time where you think it should be, a lot slower. Our house is pretty active during the day, but everybody's healthy. We've had a few birthdays in the house recently, so it's been fun. And although they couldn't have a party for the birthday, pretty cool deal on Beckett's birthday. Had a nice kind of parade for him out in front of our house with friends, and that drove by and threw candy out the window. So kind of a birthday party from 6 feet away, if you will. And then on Berkeley's birthday, 5 days later, we had the Brookings Fire Department. A fire truck came by and a police car, and they put their sirens on and had a happy birthday banner. So in all reality, that might have been more fun for them than an actual party. So they were super thankful for it, though.
Yeah, the Brookings Fire Department's been doing that. If you request it for birthdays in April and May, they'll come by the house, and I've seen some videos of yours and a couple others who have done that. What a neat thing that is during this time.
Oh, it's just such a representation, I think, of the community here. We've been here for 3 years and have just been super impressed with the support of the community towards SDSU, but just in general, just good people, whether it's the schools or the churches or SDSU. It's certainly a unique feel of it's certainly a college town, but one that is filled with pretty genuine people, and we certainly appreciate that.
You touched on your kids and their busy schedules trying to keep up with schoolwork. Which of the Bergstroms is the teacher in the household, or are both you and Kate sharing some of these duties?
It's a team approach, and that's one of the positives I think that's come out of this. Just with the typical schedule of a college football coach is pretty crazy at times. So Kate's is a saint and a warrior, and does a lot of it as a single parent for a lot of the year. And this is a time where I can help more, and excited to. So kind of how we do it is she works earlier in the day, and I kind of take the lead with the kids, and kind of focus a little bit more on Creighton with some of his stuff. And then more towards midday, we kind of switch roles, and I'm working more, and she takes the lead. So it's a little bit of both, and the kids kind of take the upstairs, and Kate and I each have a makeshift office set up in our basement. I'm in the storage room, and Kate's in our bedroom with just kind of a workspace set up. So good team approach.
Now, one thing, and we don't need to get into all of the weeds of this, but you and I are both parents of individuals who require special education, special needs along the way. How has this gone in the Bergstrom household during this time when you're isolated and you can't get some of the therapies or some of the additional things that you would if we weren't dealing with COVID 19?
hmm it's a good question, because I mean, it's sometimes some of these things can be overlooked just by everybody, looking at their own situations and not even their fault, but not even thinking about it. And to be honest, it's gone really well. We've been impressed with the district and their ability to provide almost everything that they were able to provide in person. I can tell you this, he has a lot of Zoom meetings throughout the day. He's got more Zoom meetings than the other ones. I'll put it that way. And he's a trooper, and he's tough, and he works hard. And so there's things that are different, certainly. But we haven't felt a dramatic drop off, and that's a big credit, I think, to his teachers and the help and the district, and also to him, for him to just deal with a different set of circumstances. And I think all of this can teach us a lot of things, but I think it's teaching us to, overall, it's teaching us to be able to deal with change and be able to deal with some things being stripped away, and be able to really reprioritize our lives in a lot of ways. And I'm hoping that we can, when we do come out of this, that we come out of it with a new perspective and are a little bit more grateful for some of the things that we probably took for granted, and we can maybe adapt to change better.
I would like to go back, and I'm sure it feels like years ago at this point, but you and Kate, and I don't want her to hear me say this, but you each turned 40 very recently. And so a couple of months ago, you guys decided to celebrate it in a very unique way.
Yeah. I turned 40 earlier this year, and then Kate will be on April 27th, so it's coming up. But we're in the year of 40, and it's been good. It's been positive, and we said, you know what, let's do something fun. And after the second signing day, it does seem like a long time ago now. We just her and I went to the Grand Canyon, and had been to the Grand Canyon before and looked off the edge, and it's beautiful and tons of tourists and that sort of thing. And but we decided that we were going to hike to the bottom, and then stay overnight and then hike back out. And it was amazing. It's not like you're rock climbing like down sheer cliffs, but there is some hairy parts. But there's kind of makeshift paths all the way down. There's two trails that we went down one of them and back up the other, and they're very different. They're just very different views. And the cool thing about the whole thing, I think, was just being away. Cell phones didn't work, a lot of time to talk. The weather was awesome. But every step you take, the Grand Canyon looks different because you're just in a different spot. And when you're at the top of the Grand Canyon, you're getting about one view. And so it was just a reminder of how amazing God's creation is. And it was a pretty special time. And it was a great workout all the way down and all the way up.
I can only imagine. That's really cool. And obviously, happy belated birthday to you. And with Kate's coming up here in just a couple of weeks, and only a few days before mine. So, great people. Obviously, that's a good week there. No question.
I bet you're turning 29, right?
Again. Yes. Again. But and along with that, the hairline is receding as well, my friend. And of course, you've already beaten that bug. You found a way around that.
Yeah, I found a way around that a few years ago. Just started shaving my head, but now who's laughing? Because I know how to cut my own hair, and all these people that need barbers, they're struggling.
And I'm telling you, I'm in that category. At some point, the clippers are downstairs. There may be a time that either I have to or Jill, here it is. You're going to need to help me with this.
Yeah, I gave my own kid our two boys haircuts last weekend, so I'm getting my hand at also giving other people haircuts. I didn't go as I didn't shave it like mine. But,
you didn't buzz them.
No, I didn't.
Well, I can't wait to see the results of that in the very near future. But Bergie, always good to catch up, and just take care and stay safe during all this.
You too, Tyler. Have a great night.
Brian Bergstrom, the co-defensive coordinator of the SDSU football team, thank you for joining us on Keeping Up with the Jackrabbits.